Hello everyone, this is your teacher Muhammad Ibrahim from Astana IT University. Welcome to our fourth lesson. This is also a very essential lesson. We will discuss today creating and managing relationships in Power BI desktop. First of all, I would like to explain to you why actually creating and managing relationships in Power BI is important. First of all, Power BI is a very intelligent tool. Okay, he can even detect for us by using auto detect actually ribbon how to detect relationship between two kind of tables, or we can say different data sets. Yeah, but we have to also we can say edit also by ourselves. Okay, because sometimes you might not get the auto detect you wanted, or you might want to make the relationship by yourself and things like that. Yeah, and you have to attempt to find a key relationship for you. Sometimes it might need to create a relationship manually, so we will also discuss about manually today. And additionally, you can create edit or remove relationship using managing relationship in the model. And how to do this one, actually we did if you remember, we did this actually task managing relationships in the first lesson. Yeah, so we have two ways actually to create relationships. One of them, the first one, is to from the model view. Okay, from here we can actually create um, a relationship. Okay, for example, here we can see that this two kind of we can create a relationship between these two, for example, by this way, for example. Okay, actually, if you remember, we did this one like from the first lesson. Okay, so but now we don't need this one. Okay, so we don't need we will just delete this one. We don't need it. Yeah. So we will discuss some different one by using different kind of way. And the second way, which is actually today's one, is called relationship editor dialog. So why it's important? First of all, relationships one-to-one, for example, relationship, each row in the first table is connected to one and only one row in the second table, and that's why it's important. The second, for example, many-to-one. So basically we can make relationships, any relationships between the tables, like one to one, many to one to many, like many to many, like this way. Okay, so yeah, for example, just imagine that you are working in a big company, for example, and as a data analyst you are dealing with too many data sets. Yeah, and in this case, like you want to see a relationship between certain tables, for example, but it is difficult. Okay, because you have a huge data set. But using this kind of way can help you actually give you a good actually insight for the relationships. Okay, for the relationship between two tables, relationship between the data set, and things like that. So first of all, this actually task is a kind of tricky one, we can say, because we are using actually data, but the data should be created by ourselves. Okay, so here you can see that you can complete this lesson, copy the following project hours into Excel. So you have to prepare the data by yourself. Okay, so you have to prepare this data by yourself. And the second one, so we have basically two tables. So what you have to do is that you have to open your Excel. Okay, and then copy this data. And then when you copy this data, you have to actually do in this way, like this way, and then copy, and then go to here, and then pass it, and then from here you have to insert a table. Okay, and then okay, so this way you can create like this way, and then name this one, for example, the first one is project hours, for example, project hours. And then second one we can create in this way by also copying, and then doing this way, and then inserting a table. Okay, and then okay, company projects. Okay, and then by this way change the design and things like this. Okay, and then for example from here you will create your table. Okay, you create your two tables. Okay, So it's pretty easy, you can do that way. And then after that, what I did is like when I connected to my data, what I did is like I just go to get data. Okay, so it's also written here. Okay, then you can choose like get data. You get your data from here. Import data by using get data in Power BI, then the two tables as a data source, and then select load. Okay, so here you can just Excel workbook, and then choose from here. I choose from here, so my data is stored here. So I will just it will be visible here. Okay, practice data set, I rename it. So you can rename any kind of name you want to rename it. And then what I did actually was transform. I transformed my data. So what I did was like I changed the design. So I changed the project name in this way, and then the priority should be this way, and then so also this one also submitted by hours, and then project data submit, and everything should be actually in this way. Okay, because here it's written that your data should be select table design and table name, and then enter project hours. Do the same for the company project table by using get data, and then like your data should be ready. Okay, now I can see that actually my data is in a good shape because here you can see, you can look at here, for example, we have tickets. Yes, we have tickets, and we have 10111, right? So means my data is correct. Brevin Allen 22 blue. Okay, Brevin Allen 22. You see Brevin Allen 22 blue, and then this date. Okay, so in this our case, we have two tables, basically company project. So we have the company project as a blue, red, green, yellow, and then priority, as you know what's priority, as it prioritized. Okay, A, B, C, and so on. Project hours, we have this one. Numbers, tickets of numbers, and then submitted by Brever Allen. This can be people who are actually working in the company. Okay, and then the hours that they worked with this project: 22, 26, 34 hours, 13 hours, 29. Blue projects are blue, red, and things like this. Data submitted, which date they submitted, and they finished. Okay, and then close and apply. So my data is okay, so I don't need to actually worry about my data. So we start from the beginning, the task. We can start from here. Okay, so first of all, you can also actually apparently find a video demonstrating how to actually do the relationships a little bit. Here we choose by default Power BI can detect for this one. We have something we call actually, but we will discuss it later on. So let me show you. You go to Power BI. Okay, when you have your Power BI, you go to modeling, and then manage relationships. Okay, manage relationships, and then from table column, here you can auto detect. Okay, for example, he can say to you that there is no table detected, but he can also say that there is a table detected. Okay, there is a relationship detected. Okay, but in this case, I'm interested in editing it manually. Okay, so I'm going to edit it manually. So what I have to do is that I have to go to and do some relationships. Okay, so I will go to edit new relationship, for example, from table, project hours, and company project. Okay, now here relationship between these two, for example, these two, there is something we call cardinality. I think you heard about this cardinality. Cardinality, actually, it is the relationship between the tables. Okay, the cardinality, there is like this one, as you can see from here. What do we mean by the cardinality? So that is the cardinality. Yeah, what do we call by the cardinality? The cardinality, it defines on actually where to use. Okay, it defines on where to use, and it defines on relationship between tables. Okay, data mode. So for example, here it says that the relationship has cardinality many. This should only be used if it's expected. The nether column, hours, and priority contains unique values, and that significantly differs behavior of many relationship is understood. So as we already discussed about many one-to-one relationships, so the cardinality is the relationship between two tables. So there is a relationship between these two tables, because why? Because hours and priority, they have actually relationships. Means like when you give more hours, you will have a higher priority. Okay, For example, let's check this one and this one. Okay, this also we can make this relationship active. Yeah, project blue red project name. So we can also make this for example with this one. Okay, make this relationship active, and then we can say save, for example, and then single company project, we can say both. Okay, save, and then okay, and then we can also new relationship, for example, from table project hours, and then table company project, and then from here to here. We already did this one, date, for example, with this one, let's say. Okay, and then save, and then yeah, and then save, and then like this way. We can also make it for example new relationship. So here they are making their own relationships. Okay, so this is just an example. We will discuss this one later on, how to actually make these things happen. Here also project hours, table company, and then for example this one, let's see, and then okay, close. Here we can see that we have like a relationship between these two. Okay, project hours and project company project. Yeah, company project and company hours. Okay, for example, let me show you also something else. I want to show you also. Let me project hours. We actually save also this one. Let's resave this one. Okay, we can, yeah, we created now like this kind of relationship. So now we can edit actually, but before we edit, we can actually also try manage relationships, new relationships, project hours, company. Let's say many to many. Then save. Okay, okay, close. Okay, you can say. Let's also new relationship table. Project hours. So okay, cardinality. Let's say 1 to 1. Duplicates. Okay, we have some duplicates here. Yeah? Let's do this one. Save. And then okay, and then okay, close. We can also try one more. Okay, manage. Okay, active. Yeah, okay, but we can actually we can actually okay. Let's see if he can find for us the relationship between close. No, we cannot find. Okay, no. How about these three? These two? Okay, no. Okay, auto detect actually will help you also. He can find for you the relationship between them. Okay. 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 So we have now this kind of relationships. Okay. So there is like a very important aspect. So first one is actually uh,